Everybody been here? Gonna get into an emotion here, see that we may be struggling with, looking for a way to navigate our way through it. If it resonates, feel free to like or comment. If it doesn't, don't make it fit. I'm going to go with jealous. This is, right off the bat, this is normal. This is an ability to fuel something. It's a direction. Granted, sure, it can be a negative aspect, and sometimes it really is. But when we turn it to something and we use it as fuel, it can be very beneficial for us. So let's just say we're jealous of, we're watching somebody online and they got tons of money, which I have a different view on so much money. Like, we don't need it all, but other people believe different, and that's fine. Uh, or maybe, and they have cool toys, or they're building something on land or homesteading, and we're jealous of that, being like, must be nice, I wish I had that, I wish I could do that. Or let's just go back to uh, a really shitty hand, and we're stuck living in a crappy place, and we have a crappy job, or maybe we can't get a job, and we're barely getting by. When we look at other people, and we're a bit jealous of it, which rightfully so. It'd be nice to have these basic things. The opposite of jealous is motivated. This is fuel. This is where we have an opportunity, and maybe we're trying, but if we're in a place that we're not, or we're in our mindset, our limited mindset already, that I can't do that, that's impossible, I can't be this, I can't do that, I don't know how, the resources, X, Y, or Z, I can't get there. This is a reasoning. This is, you know what, I really want that, and I'm going to bring that into my life somehow. And it may be so far fetched. Like, looking at price of, we'll go use that homesteading as an example. How am I going to afford land? How am I going to, like, that's going to take forever. Where am I going to live? How am I going to do this if it's raw land? All these things. Immediately we shut that down. That's impossible. So instead, I'm going to sit here and be upset and complain a bit, and woe is me, and be down in the dumps, and give them all my energy and let them grow, and I'll watch. That's what happens too. We give that energy. Anything we think about, we direct. People in general. It can be a negative aspect and it can be a positive aspect for that individual, and vice versa for us. Uh, this is motivation. And how can we get that through to our head? How can we use that? How can we see that nothing is impossible unless we allow it to be impossible? And how quickly we'll shut it down in our mindset. How quickly I look at, I want to be an airline pilot, but I'm too old, or I'm not going to be able to afford it, or I don't have the time. Well, we already shut that down. Yep, it's over. It's done. I can't do it. It's impossible. I gave up before I even tried. We can do anything we really want to if we are dedicated or committed. That passion, that drive into something doesn't stop. We show up every day with no validation, with no proof. When we're sick, when we're hurt, we are still trying to get to that end. If we truly want something, we will succeed. And then we get to that point and we enjoy the fruits of our labor, whatever it may be, whatever that goal, that experience was. It's not easy, but we had that inside, that fire, and we did it anyway. We got there and we succeeded. But how often do we dig in there? How bad do we really want it? Are we just complaining, or are we going to use that fuel to do something with it? A Nine of Cups, fulfillment. Uh, I truly believe that no matter where we're at, if we don't have this, we're not fulfilled, we're not satisfied. It doesn't have to be a bunch of money and financial independence. It doesn't have to be owning our own business. It doesn't have to be in a relationship. It can be anything. And everybody's different of what tickles that spot inside. And I think we'll be missing something throughout life without it. And we may not know what that is. We may not know what that looks like. We may see things and be like, well, maybe this or maybe that. You know, we got the internet. There's a lot of things pop up and we see people that look happier doing cool things, and maybe we try some of this stuff, you know, that's feasible, and we find that it really didn't do it for me. It didn't tickle that spot. We will continuously always be looking for this. And I've said here recently in a couple past videos that instead of seeking or yearning or manifesting an item or an experience to come in to create this feeling, whatever we're projecting it is, because remember, we may not know what this looks like. We may have been trying and nothing's really hitting. It's not totally fulfilling us. Instead, manifest or yearn for the feeling, the word in general, fulfillment, and be open to what comes in, because it may not look like what we thought it was going to look like. Because instead, if we're doing that, we're projecting and we have a very fine pinpointed direction. Instead, open up and manifest that feeling or that word, that experience, fulfillment. I may not know what this looks like yet, but that's what I'm going after. And whatever it is, when we're there, I think you'll have that feeling that everybody's missing. I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people are missing. And we constantly chase it and think this or that's going to do it. We got the magician manifesting. Be motivated towards this, whatever it is. And we don't need to know. That's the best part. We don't have to have the answers. We don't need to know how much it costs, or how we're going to get there, or what we have to embody, what we have to look like. And then really none of that matters. But it is this void that we all carry. And oftentimes we grab these things and jam in there to try to fill it. And majority of the time, nothing really takes it all the way. It's not embedded in there. It's not emanating in every aspect of our life. Manifest whatever that looks like. How we can word that in our mind to be open to whatever it may look like. Just got this like hit. It was like, I don't know if it was related to a dream, but it really had to do with taking away or destroying the creativity in others, the ability to create. Sorry, it just started raining. Coming in and snatching that up. And creativity can be anything. I think it has something to do with this. Of course it would. An outlet or a way to express ourselves, whatever that looks like, whether it's physically helping someone or creating something in the 3D here. We got two cards here, Queen of Swords, informed decisions. And we got Ten of Swords reversed, recovery. We're talking about our thoughts. We look at the Ten of Swords, eventually we're carrying things, it's very heavy burdens. Eventually we push through, through all those swords, we push through. No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the wands here. I don't know why I'm off subject. Ten of Swords. Well, that's an ending as well. And it kind of reminds me of maybe we were trying something that didn't work out and it's over. But it also could be it's necessary to be over. Regardless, it's over. It's done. And we're moving forward. The Queen of Swords, informed decisions. So we make a lot of decisions out of this shadow or this ego aspect of what feels safe, what keeps us safe, what's smart. And that makes sense. It does. But do we really make choices based on this emotion? And we may not, like I said, we may not know what this is, and we don't need to know what it is. But how often do we let that guide us? Do we take chances on something that doesn't seem smart, but inside it's like this burning little fire? And instead, when we don't do that, we stay in a place like this. We really need that fire inside of really wanting something and deciding, hey, I'm going to bring this into my life regardless. I'm always going to be chasing it. and I'm going to be making decisions that surround or I think are going to point me in that direction or take me towards it. I don't know why I was going with the wands there, but I did. The moon, unveiled truths. Through this process of guiding with this inner experience, this inner feeling, this emotion, whether we don't know what it might be attached to, or if we do, or we think we do, and then maybe that could have also been this aspect that, hey, I thought this was it and it's not. It wasn't it. We start to see how much things really aren't going to fill that void or aren't as important as we thought they were. And during that process, we also start to see kind of, hey, the shadow aspect and what decisions did they make or where did they direct me that took me further away from what was actually for me or to fulfill me. I feel quite distracted or like pulled away from this message. King of Swords, rational. I'm not saying go do crazy things and then we screwed up and get bad results, but we often lead in this rational mind, and that makes sense and it keeps us safe. But that's not gonna create this at times. It keeps us in this place of comfort, in safety, and we just go through the motions. We do what everybody else is doing because it's proven that this is what we do and this fits and this works. And I only know this, so why would I even try to go do something that I don't know? Or why would I learn? Or why would I take a chance to create that feeling inside of me? How often do we make decisions based upon that? I'd say every day. We do. It makes sense because it's what's proven to us. And then that would mean, why is so many people not feeling this? Because we're all following everyone else to the same place of not being fulfilled. This is obviously very personal to each one of us, and it's going to be different for all of us. And like I said, it doesn't have to look any specific way, and we may not know what it looks like, but if we manifest or direct with this word or whatever that feels like inside to you, and really go after it and be open and remove this shadow or ego side of us a bit, to let that come in, to try to see what that looks like, we'll at least have a direction. And if we don't, we just lead with that and be open to it, like I said, and it'll come to us and we'll see what we need to see. Sorry, I got a bit scattered there. I don't know if it was the rain or me screwing up, but gonna leave this here. If this resonates, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will talk to y'all later.